Narinig po ba? Hello?
Yes, of
Ah,
course. Hi,
hello.
Chris.
Hi po.
Uh, yeah, akala ko may technical difficulties tayo. But mukhang okay naman ang connection mo.
Ano po kanina
Malinaw.
po? Kanina po actually. Pero ngayon okay na po.
Okay po. Well, thank you sa pag-take ng time to do this.
Sure po, no problem po.
Yes po. Actually pretty excited to do this and get to know you and what you do.
Okay.
And kung paano ka napunta dun sa ginagawa mo ngayon, which is pretty interesting. So for the benefit ng listeners, could you introduce yourself and what you do?
So, hi, I'm Nelly Tristan Pastrana, Tristan for short. And I'm currently a fourth year student. At the same time, I'm a freelance artist then. So, I do freelancing for either graphics design, video edit, photo edit, illustration. So, animation din po. So, yeah, it's very wide. Tapos, I also do, din po, basic drafting, po, like CAD, AutoCAD, Revit, and then rendering din po. So, yeah.
Cool. College, not high school.
Yes. Fourth year.
Ah, nice. Wow, papalapit ka na ng papalapit sa um, post-school life. Wow.
Yes,
I still
actually
remember.
po. Pretty
Ano
scary, to be
ba?
honest.
Graduating o may kinukuha ka pang
Uh,
ibang...
Actually, 5 year, I'm taking up architecture po, so 5 year course siya. So, 2 more years to go, thesis year after this, and then graduate na. And then, 2 more years internship after that, license na po. So, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, buti nabanggit mo yung architecture kasi yun yung nakita ko doon sa profile mo. And it's pretty interesting na architecture tapos nga nagda-draft ka, graphic design and all of that.
Yes.
So, ano ba yung paano ka napunta sa pag tawag dito yung pag freelance kasi 'di ba student ka? Uh, tas architecture. So architecture may friends ako mga architect nung college din yung nakikita ko kung paano nila ginagawa yung mga projects nila, yung mga requirements, mga ganyan-ganyan. And yung mga ginagamit din nila, yung mga software, yung ganun. So, yung pag freelance mo with graphic design and all of that, I get it na close siya sa paggawa mo ng architecture.
Yes.
Pero ito bang pag-freelance mo, how did you get into it? Pwede mo bang ikwento? Kasi architecture, di ba, it's a pretty serious course.
Yes, it
Kailangan
is.
mo ng, kailangan mo talaga ng dedication dyan kasi, di ba, yan science and art yan
Yes
na
po.
hindi lang basta magdodraw ka ng straight lines and all of that, pero syempre yung conceptualization ng vision mo, di ba, may mga involved na ganun dyan eh. Hindi siya pure, kumbaga hard math na ganun.
Yes.
So, kwento mo naman. Ano, from college student plus freelancer and yung portfolio mo rin ngayon is, di ba, yung mga sinend mo sa akin, yung Behance mo, pretty awesome stuff. So,
Thank you
what's the
po.
story?
Kasi, during my first years in college, or kahit senior year pa, I was really interested in arts po. And, ayun, I joined clubs and organizations. Nung college po, I was pretty serious po with an organization. Like, to the point po na ako yung naging director for the creatives and design for this organization. So, ayun po, dun po nag-start actually since, ayun, I'm an artist student, tapos kinayanan ko po yung role na yun sa organization na yun. So, sabi ko sa sarili ko, why not, dagdagan ko pa sa masokista po. So, ayun.
Masochista. So, parang na-bore ka ganun. Tapos sabi mo, one day, mapag-freelance ka. Ganun ba? Go ahead, please. Yeah, continue the story.
What if, gawin kong, income tong, kasi since, naman, my org mates, they were pretty impressed with what I'm doing, and they were amazed that I can do all that. Tapos ayun, so sabi ko sa sarili ko, why not, ano. So and I have friends din po kasi na they're also architecture students and they do freelancing din po. So I was inspired by them then na they can freelance at the same time architecture students. Ang galing pa nila, like may ano pa yung skills nila na enhance pa lalo since they're doing this extra work pa.
Mhm.
So that's what ano na lang I thought na lang, sige, so let's ano, so I started ano siguro at first Fiverr muna and then online jobs and then sa Upwork. So I tried all those. Pero
Mhm.
ano, sadly yung ang hirap kumuha sa ano, sa Fiverr lang usually ako nakakuha. And
Mhm.
ano, sa Facebook groups actually. And daming Facebook groups na they're ano, looking for artists that is willing to ano pa commission. So dun sa Facebook actually ako mostly nakakakuha ng ano,
Mm.
yeah, ng clients. So that's when it all started po. Like I'm ano, college student at ako at the same time I freelance. So it was a pretty tough ano po talaga. Like ang hirap ko niya pagsabay-sabayin. Like I had to sacrifice a lot of things talaga. Like siguro yung ano social life ko tapos yung ano din like if now kasi since pandemic, yung family time ko naman, yun ang sacrifice ko, family time and relaxing time. So ayun po, the reason din kaya din gusto ko talaga mag-freelance since extra income nga siya for me, like especially for me na I need a lot of stuff sa ano like materials ganun. It's a big help po na I was I can I was able to afford all this na parang sarili ko lang, sarili money ko. Like malaking ano po siya, like nakaano po na uy kaya ko siya. So yeah, it was worth it naman since less burden siya sa family ko and more ano parang ano sa sarili ko, like nakaka-uplift siya na I can afford this ganun.
Yeah, it's empowering. I can still remember, di ba, when you earn your own money na parang, hey, there's
Yes
some
po.
sort of yung feeling na nakaka-boost ng confidence mo sa sarili mo, like, yeah, I can do this na, remember when the times na syempre hingi ka ng, yeah, ma, patay na
Yes.
para pahingi pero for projects, but now like, yeah, I just do, it's empowering. Yeah,
It
lalo na
is.
ngayon na uh, like you said, merong Fiverr, may Upwork, merong mga Facebook groups, tapos
Yes.
may mga forums, and marami na ring mga online marketplaces, mga job market na pwede ka talagang uh, just put yourself out there and i-market yung talents mo and skills. And plus, while yun nga, yung sa needs mo sa study, na-finance mo in a good way.
Yes
Although,
po.
yun nga, the sacrifices I can only imagine, of course, yung workload mo na nagsuschool ka, tapos nag-ano ka rin yung syempre mga clients mo, alagaan mo,
Opo.
'di ba? In a way parang feeling ko naintindihan na parang nagigets ko na part-time student ka ngayon. Parang nagiging gano'n. I still
Actually.
remember kasi nung college din ako, ano naman ako BPO call center sa
Mm.
gabi. Wala kasi akong graphic design stuff talaga. Like yan ang wala sa sa skills. yung yung magda-draft, yung gano'n, that kind of that kind of I don't know, talent yan eh. Parang may inborn gift na tas i-hone mo yung skill. Bang, ewan ko, the temperament isn't there, but I get ya na ako naman ang winork ko is music. So music,
Mm.
events, mga ganyan, yun yung mga niraraket ko para meron ng pera pang, splurge and whatever.
Actually, isa din po
Di
yun.
ba?
That's another.
Di ba? Hustle for the
Yeah.
splurge.
Yes.
That's it. Pero noon, I could still remember, syempre wala pang mga smartphone noon, wala pang mga Upwork, Fiverr, wala pang ganoon. Talagang Craigslist, yan,
Mm.
mga ganong marketplace na talagang hindi mo alam kung talagang, uh, di ba kasi sa Fiverr, meron gang parang at least parang medyo kampante ka na, dahil Fiverr to,
Yes.
marketplace to, established to, may
Mm.
reputation na siya. Kahit paano may bayaran na nangyayari. Noon wala, parang Craigslist lang, parang shot in the dark. Talagang, oo, gagawin mo to, ganun, email, ganun pa yung exchange. Parang it's para talagang, I don't know, it's kind of exciting in a way. Thrilling siya. Pero syempre, yung ano rin, may mga times na ano rin ako sa mga works na ginawa ko na, na-ghost, na-ghost ako ng,
Ay,
na-ghost
yeah,
ako.
yeah, it happens po
Diba?
talaga anywhere talaga, sadly.
Mm. Mhm. So ano yung you're living with your parents. Anong feedback sa parents mo nito? Kasi 'di ba uh, uh, I mean I'm speaking from my own experience na yung parents ko nung nag-apply ako ng work is parang, no, sira pangalan mo, nagalit sila, gano'n. Hindi naman galit na tinakwil ako or something, but it's not, it's frowned upon. Ano sila na kasi ako gusto ko meron akong sariling pera
Yes, of
na
course.
I earn it for myself. Parang at the back of my head parang iniisip ko like parang tayo na para hindi niyo na ako padala ng allowance dito sa city. So yeah, anong yung sa parents mo? How did they take it nung nalaman nila na nagfi-freelance ka on top of your studies?
Actually po, 'di naman po issue sa kanila kasi actually they're ano na nga po, they're encouraging us na to really earn po like as early as now. Like we should not think as children, like we should think as adults even though we're still in our early 20s. Nung 18 pa ako, like sinasabi na nila sa akin yung ano na yun. So, like their money is theirs, our money is ours, parang ganun. So, ayun po, nasa ko na yun, mindset ko na yun na I have to earn talaga. Like, if I want this, I have to work hard for it. Yun din po turo sa amin na parang, if we want this, you really had to work for it. So that's what I did po. So I guess they're pretty open naman po kasi I had this po nung summer kasi since walang school. So I was like freelancing I had a job po na US based siya, graphics So the time was parang starts at 9 p.m. then ends at 5 a.m. Like ganun po
Mhm.
ganung time kasi since I have to adjust with the US work time zone. So
Mhm.
they're pretty naman po open na na okay lang sa kanila about it. Tapos like when I earn this amount of money, like is they were like saying na yan gusto kaya like gusto kayong nag-earn kayo like kahit ngayon pa lang. So I continued it kasi like they were po, my family's pretty naman proud na I was able to do all this is parang and then yun po. They were open about it basically.
That's that's nice to hear. How
Mm.
long have you been doing this?
Ah, actually po, hala, 2 years na yata from now po, 2, 3 years, magto 3 years na po. So,
Mm.
ayun, kasi
And
sinasanay,
still and you're still doing it.
yes, nasanay na din sila sa akin na I work, like 24/7 siguro since kasi I had plates. So, syempre walang tulog. So, yun, na sila sa akin, nasanay na sila na kaharap ko talaga PC ko 24/7. So,
Mhm.
ayun po.
So how do you balance things?
Actually,
Yung alam ko hindi balance. Usually
I
pag ganyan,
don't,
hindi balance 'yan.
actually,
Pero sa
no.
case mo ba mas madami ka ba sa school or or uh, mas mas priority mo tong freelancing gigs and money making uh, hustle mo?
Actually po, syempre priority ko talaga po school muna since like sayang din po yung So, ayun po, hindi ko alam paano i-manage honestly hanggang ngayon. That's why I chose freelancing talaga kasi since medyo hawak mo oras mo, medyo lang
Mm.
po. So kasi since your clients yung client mo talaga yung magiging boss mo dito, like sa magda-deadline. Pero ayun po, pag madami pong ginagawa sa school, like I stopped freelancing for a while talaga. So, para makapag-focus ako with my plates and school talaga. Since, ayun, yun nga yung pinaka-top priority ko talaga. Parang freelancing is parang a sub priority lang muna for now. Pero, I don't know po, kasi since I'm starting freelancing naman, so parang why not din, iniisip ko din in the near future mag-freelance din ako with architecture, since there are a lot of freelance architects naman. Kasi feel ko talaga hindi ako makaka-keep ng corporate job talaga, since I really don't like someone bossing me around. And pero I know kailangan din po sa life yun, pero ayun nga po, like parang hindi mo kasi hawak talaga time mo, tapos paminsan pa talaga, overwork ka din, tapos yun pa, parang for me it's not worth it, kasi you'll be working for them, not for yourself. So yeah, yun po yung
Fair, fair point.
Mm.
So, paano yung so, from what I gather from what you're saying is yung mga clients mo is like parang project to na parang pakyawan, no? Like project and then end so you can stop. Kasi yung mga freelancing jobs may ibang type kasi na talagang parang remote worker ka, 'di ba?
Yes.
Parang remote employee. So itong sa'yo, ano to, talagang isang bagsak lang and then finish and then stop. Parang ganong klase. And then you hunt again for
Yes po.
client.
Actually, may isa po akong consistent na client ngayon na parang, yeah, he's hiring me, pero like, he wants to hire me po, pero I told him na I can't,
Mm-hmm.
kasi gusto ko po maging, project-based lang po ako. Like, depende kung he's gonna task me to do this project. So, yun, he's gonna give me this project and then pay me. And then another project. And, ayun. So, ayun.
Mm-hmm.
Ganun po mostly. Tapos, on top of that, meron pa po ako mga ibang project, side gigs na, eto, like, t-shirt design, like, sinasabay-sabay ko po sila. So, ayun.
So, ngayon, you have multiple clients or do you have one big client na
Ayun, I have one consistent client. Actually, dalawa
mm-hmm.
pala. Dalawa silang consistent client ko at the moment. Tapos,
Mm-hmm.
ayun, pag may nag-ano sa akin, like, or may nakita ko opportunity na, uy, kaya ko to. So, I apply for it. Like, so if nakuha, and then good. And then if not, okay, it's okay. It's naman. Marami pa namang iba. So, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pero gusto mo talaga maging arkitekto, talagang nakaano yun sa'yo. Yun ang goal. Doon ka nakatingin. Ito talaga pera-pera. Ganun ang ganun ang philosophy mo.
Actually, I like both po, kasi pag pinapapili po ako, I can't pick po. Sabi ko, hindi ko alam din po. Pero yeah, din po, tinatry ko pagsabayin, kasi I'm passionate about both of these, talaga, like, these things po.
Sino bang nag-inspire sa'yo para to take this route? Kasi 'di ba ano ka ba, like from when you're a kid, do you dabble with kumbaga like crayons, yung mga ganun talaga artistic and then your parents support you, or parang pinush ka dito some like ng parents mo na take this, what is it?
Actually, when I was a kid talaga, like, I was into arts na talaga. Like, na ginagawa ko nung high school ako, usually, since wala akong pera nung high school ako, I usually give, like, yung arts ko as a gift, like, ifine-frame ko, tapos, yun, ginigay kong gift sa friends ko, so, less money, so, isa yun sa mga, like, I was really, talaga sa arts pa talaga. Tapos, ayun, yun, my family supported me talaga din, since parang pag nakatapos ako ng artwork, my mom would show it to her friends. Pero look, this is what she did, ganon. Same with my din, titas and titos, like, look at what she did, like, ganon. Ayun, nakaka-proud siya na they're showing off my one work. So, ayun, naging passionate ako about it, like, to the point na, ayun nga, pinush ko na siya as gawin kong sigurong career. Tapos sa architecture naman po, I wasn't pushed din po. I was actually, playing Sims po with architecture. Like, I was addicted to it din po at one point in my life. So,
Mm.
ayun po, my dad just told me na parang, what if, you try to be an architect since you're into arts naman din, ganun, ganun. So, I did. And ayun, parang kasi mostly talaga dati, hand-drawn ako, like manual stuff po talaga. Pero ayun, like, when I started the architecture and discovered technology, like Photoshop, etc., dun po na
Mm.
parang nag-boom yung yung passion ko na, uy, this is graphics design, like, or, oh, this is, illustration, like, this is so cool, I wanna do it. So, I did po. At ayun, it's a tough road talaga to be. Kasi ang hirap din mag-learn ng mga softwares eh. Like, hindi talaga siya, I mean, it's talaga, hindi naman, madali ba? Sakto lang siya, honestly. If you know, if tech savvy ka, it's sakto lang. Pero ayun nga po, it takes time talaga to master and practice this trick. So ayun po,
Mm.
back to what you're asking po na, no one pushed me naman. Like, I guess parang, I just found it. So, I
Mm.
stick with it.
Parang nagfo-flow ka lang and then napunta ka doon
Yes.
tapos nice, nice, it's very nice kasi nga 'di ba, like lalo na dito sa Pilipinas yung philosophy pa rin ng I mean 'di ba we hear stories na uh, uh, pinupush sila sa ganitong career. Di ba yung mga nursing?
Yes.
Di ba dati yung mga ganun, mag-nurse ka, tapos mag-abroad ka. Di ba? Yeah, I'm happy to hear na like genuinely, walang BS, walang bola na, yeah, your parents are supportive sa'yo na to to see you grow in the path that you wanted to take for yourself
Yes.
na parang hindi mo kailangang i-force or hindi ka nila i-encourage hardly na talagang no, take this because nandito yung pera, parang ganon. Do you are you a family of architects or artists? Your mom, your dad,
Um,
tito, tita, lolo, lola?
Actually po, they're just
Nasa
po,
dugo?
hindi naman po actually. Puro po, pero I have a cousin who's an interior designer, tas cousin who's an architect din, ganun. Pero pag sa, I think, no po, hindi, wala po kaming relatives like that. They just, they
Mm.
supported us na parang, if you want this, then go, kasi it's your life naman din. Parang ganun po. Like, when I wanted
Ah,
to, like, pursue, siguro kasi nung, parang gusto ko matuto mag-guitar, my mom bought a guitar for me, parang ganun po. Like, mga ganong simple
wow.
stuff po. So yeah,
Mm.
I was pretty lucky that my parents were like that na isipin nila na that's just drawing na parang yun. They value what
Mm, may
work.
mga ganun kasi nga eh, 'di ba? That's why I
Mm-mm.
asked if
Mm-mm.
it's in the family kasi yung mga creative stuff na ganyan like um I can still remember during my time ako kasi music naman ang trip ko eh.
Mm-mm.
Parang in a way pareho yan eh, layer, kailangan mong ng harmony, kailangan mo ng may mga nitty-gritty na you only learn as you do it, 'di ba? Na
Yes.
kahit anong aral mo sa YouTube and gano'n, until you do it, tsaka mo lang siya i-integrate in your workflow or in your philosophy, whatever that is, kung design, kung
Mm-mm.
ano ba yung aesthetic, yung approach na kailangan mo, the mix of techniques na kailangan mong i-develop para makapag-achieve ka ng intended result mo. Yung parents ko kasi like tatay ko was not into arts.
Mm.
Nanay ko before she was into it, plays guitar ganun but didn't really pursue art by himself. I mean by herself as a career. So yeah, it's pretty awesome na yeah, from now parang walang hassle sa end mo na wala kayong power struggle ng parents mo or
Actually,
tita mo na wala pera dyan or something, ba yan, drawing.
actually po,
Mga ganun.
may times po na ganun. Hindi po talaga feel ko maiiwasan yun na especially if actually, yung tita ko kasi she wants this, like parang she wants this design, parang ganyan. Tapos parang she wants it done by the day. So parang, ayun po, yun na po yung mga parts na, porket natutunan ko na siya, it still isn't that easy po. Like parang ganun. May mga ganun
Mm.
times talaga. Pero I guess it's normal din para face kasi siyempre, they didn't experience what I have been experiencing din kasi. Pero I'm really glad that they're supportive naman about it.
Mm. So, yeah, speaking of it, moving on, influences mo. You said lahat tayo, I mean, lalo na sa creatives, di ba, we stand on the shoulders of those who did stuff before us.
Yes po.
Do you have dalawa kasi yung focus mo, architecture and graphics design. So, yeah, for the benefit of the listener, maybe hindi ako familiar sa architecture, wala talaga akong kilalang names like ganon. But yeah, could you share kung sino yung mga uh, I mean, idol. Let's say idol. I or influence or living or not living. I don't know, maybe Da Vinci ganun okay. Parang 'di ba? Mga kasi Da Vinci is inventor lahat 'yun eh. Inventor, painter, mathematician, astronomer,
Yes,
anatomist lahat
actually.
siya. 'Di ba?
Yes po.
So, yeah, could you share yung from yeah, for yung uh who inspires you, who influences you to develop your own style, and well, if you want, kung sino yung talagang uh, mimic, I think is a bad term, but yung parang
Inspiration.
yeah, inspiration, yeah, please, your idols and influences.
So actually, sa graphics design world, wala pa siya akong kilala, honestly. But there was this, I forgot her name eh, pero I'm eyeing her, like, pero mostly nasa yung inaano ko is, yung mga artist sabihan, yung mga new artist sabihan, sila talaga yung inaano ko. Wala, sila yung inaano ko, like, wala pa silang name, pero, I find their works very interesting din po. Tapos, ayun, sa architecture naman po, kasi, actually, na-merge ko na po both eh when it comes to kahit sa graphics design when ay parang naaano ko na din yung philosophy niya. If familiar po, is her name's Neri Oxman. She's an architect, biologist, and doctor po. Tapos she runs the MIT lab in mediated matter lab in MIT. So
Wait,
yeah.
siya ba yung nag-develop ng robot na Vine?
No po.
No, sige, please do. Sorry, kasi may ganun eh, yung kumuha siya ng inspiration, yung parang sa Vine, tapos gumawa siya ng robot
Mm,
na, na kasi gumawa siya ng robot, tapos yun yung pang surgery mo ngayon, parang i-develop nila,
wow.
i-manage, gagawin nila, like, yung parang soft robotics na yung niya eh. Soft robotics yung quote unquote parang niche niya sa robotics na syempre, 'di ba pag kunyari surgery, it's like nga naman kung may vine ka na kayang nagko-crawl inside your arteries and veins, and then mas madali mong mananavigate, let's say kung may blood clot or brain operation or heart operation or stuff like that. Parang hindi mo na siya hihiwain ng malaki. Parang papasok mo siya, tapos ina-navigate niya yun. Tapos merong mga tiny, tiny, tiny surgical stuff na ganong approach. But sorry, I digress na ko yung
It's
flow
okay.
mo. Please continue yung mo, inspiration and influences.
I feel like the person you're talking about, I feel like I'll search it up later because I think I found it similar sila ni Neri Oxman. Like Neri Oxman is like that po, she gets inspiration from nature then. She calls herself nature's architect. Yun yung niya sa sarili niya. So ayun, she has been my biggest influence since like sa design
Mm.
ko kahit sa graphics design ko na ko po siya, nalalagay ko po siya. Or depende po sa actually it depends sa client talaga if they want. Pero ayun po, uh, when it comes to my own designs, si Neri Oxman yung biggest inspiration ko. Kasi she has been yung mga ano niya kasi it's all sustainable at the same time parang it's all new, like bagong-bago talaga yung mga ideas niya. Like it's pretty cool. Like an example is she made a silk pavilion made from silkworms. Pero yung silkworms, they didn't boil it like yung typical na binoboil mo yung silkworm to get its silk. Inaano siya like they let the silkworms live and then silk in this and then parang nagtahe in this parang natawag path na they dedicated for that. Parang isa lang yun sa mga ano niya. And then the other one is ano naman, Roth Azulik. Pico kasi hindi siya known na architect eh, pero like he's been ano din a big inspiration for me recently kasi hindi siya kalala, pero ang gaganda ng designs niya. Like, they're not the typical, are you familiar po with Starchitects po ba? Or like, yung sila
No,
Zachary?
no.
Ganun
Sorry.
talaga.
Wala talaga ako sa
Anyway,
architect world. Yeah, go ahead.
ayun po, these Starchitects po, like, parang, they're pretty, talaga, kilala sa buong mundo talaga. Like, Starchitects, yun po tawag sa kanila. Pero, yun po, Roth Azulik, hindi po siya known, pero sobrang ganda po ng designs niya. Like, ano po, similar with Neri Oxman na parang bio-inspired, nature-inspired po talaga.
Mhm.
So, ayun po. Sila po yung biggest inspirations ko when it comes to designing and who I am as a designer and an artist.
Yung approach mo,
Yes.
talagang sa kanila naka-root yung parang design philosophy mo.
Mm-mm. Sa
Mm.
ano naman, sa freelance, ganun din po sa graphics design. Like, I try to put din po yung mga, syempre gusto ko, pero in the end, si client pa rin muna
Yeah,
susunod. Sadly.
yeah, yeah. Understand. I get you. I get
Mm.
you. Talagang ganun eh.
Mm-mm.
Yung parang impulse mo, not really, but your di ba kapag nag-create ka or something from nothing, tas may inspiration na papasok sa'yo, tapos you feel this flow na talagang may topak ka na you just let it it's more of like possession nga eh, di ba?
Actually po.
Parang you just let your hand do the thing. Di
Mm-mm.
ba?
Yes.
Yung walang calculations or something, you just in it, nandun ka sa phase na yon, and talagang nandun super engaged ka na nakikita mo yung vision mo, this is that, this makes sense. And then pagkatapos nun, pag pinakita mo sa client, it's like, no, not really. So you just you need to adjust this.
Oh,
And parang but yeah, I get it. I get it. Very interesting yung sinabi mo, like yung sa biomimicry
yes.
na na biomimicry approach sa architecture, kasi I think yeah, that's the approach uh to sustainability, lalo na
Yes.
um yung going beyond your job as an architect, but your social responsibility itself and your contribution to it's cliche, but making the world the better place.
Yes,
Di ba? On your
actually.
own little way.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's very important kasi um at this age ng all the technology na nasa palad na natin lahat, di ba? You can create anywhere, you can design anywhere. But without that in mind na, you have to give back. You have
Yes.
to, you have
Exactly.
to contribute back. Kasi, you know, the pleasures and the satisfactions of the completing projects and doing your own thing, and your accomplishments, your boosts to your confidence, and yeah, yung mga ganong klaseng pleasures are
Mhm.
nothing. I learned it the hard way. Nothing if you don't give back, like willingly and without the intention talaga. We have to have the intention to give back and enrich the people who are following us, or who are watching our work, or who are doing things na passionately then, and sees us as their role models. Kasi yun nga, like sustainability is the thing ngayon, the thing that and in connection to sustainability, well then nature is the best inspiration for that. It
Yes.
makes sense
Mm-mm.
kasi nature cleanses herself, and uh it kumbaga it doesn't uh it's harmony. There's built-in harmony in nature, supposed to be. If something's off, you'll know. And if something's off, then it will be eliminated by nature. And yeah, I'm pretty curious. Do you have your own designs, like at this point? Like you said, you're having a thesis. Would you mind sharing it right now,
Actually,
or?
not yet pa po. Thesis next year pa. But we have been designing since first year. Ano pa po, like, siguro na first year, simple residential, and then pataas na pataas yung ano. So, ayun po, ano po, plates po, like typical ano po, design plates, like for ano, like in para sa end ng SEM, like we need to design this house, this townhouse, ganon, this hospital, this ano, this church, ganon, mga typical.
Mhm.
So, I'm still trying to find my identity pa talaga po. Kasi I feel like hindi ko pa talaga na unleash yung sino talaga ako as a designer. And yes,
Mhm.
I'm still trying to find out who I am talaga for now. So, ayun, this year, hopefully, I'll be able to find myself since this is the next year and I need to, ano talaga, like, kung sino ako as a designer. Like, if you will be seeing this, ano, like, oh, this is made by her, like, ganun, ganun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it will actually involve a lot of course, planning,
Mm-mm.
and besides that, the business end of it. Yeah. At your stage right now, na kunyari, the big projects would of course involve a lot of talking to people.
Yes.
Yung mga contractors, like for example, you got a big project like a mall or something, di ba? But let's play around a bit. Buti nasabi mo yan. Identity. It's very important, of course, na establish your own flavor and your own brand and your own voice. Again, the identity of you as an architect. Let's play around a bit. Baka may makarinig nito, chamba or something. If money is not the not an object, anong i-build mo, like the grandest thing on your mind?
Hmm. Actually po, ayun nga po, kasi since thesis next year, I have to think of something na talaga like as early as now na what I'm a topic I'm passionate about, like a very grand ano kasi thesis like grand talaga supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
Tapos theoretical lang. So syempre I can go wild talaga. So
Yeah,
ayun po.
fantasy, I guess. Yeah, let me rephrase the question. Do you have a fantasy architectural
Okay.
build?
Siguro po, ano, simple ano na lang ako. Yung isa ko is, parang may isa ako na simple, may isa ako na parang grand. Yung simple ko is parang a housing, siguro housing project for ano, Filipinos na parang, uh, hindi ko po alam eh. Pero I'm thinking about like, it grows and then it decays just like trees po. Parang ganun po ka, ano, pero like, with materials that are not made like the materials that have one type of ang tawag, chemicals. It's like ganun po. Ganun, ano, I have to ano pa po research about it pa po.
Ah.
Parang
So
ganun.
wala ka pang mga fantasies at this point na like, yeah, kumbaga hindi pa concrete yung vision mo. Let's say na I
Yes.
want to build a church, and then sa loob ng church, pagpasok mo, the first step, pagbukas ng pinto, makikita mo, there's a dome, and then there's an oculus. So, wala pang ganon. Di ba? Kasi it's the birthplace of thought, your fantasies na talagang once I like once 5 steps, if I look to the left, this is what I see. If I look to the right, this is what I see. If I look up, this. If I look down, this is the pattern. This is the color. I could parang I could go on and on. Kasi um uh when I'm at this age, my age, thinking of getting my own house. So it was like yung parang ganun yung design. You close your eyes, step, 5 steps, there's a ladder, and then there's gusto ko ito yung view, and then ganito, ganun. So, going back to your, so talagang, at this point, wala ka pa sa ganong, wala pa naman,
Wala
yet,
pa.
sa ganong
I'm
stage
yes,
talaga.
I'm slowly holding pa po this these thoughts of
Mm.
mine kasi ayun nga din po isa ko pong problem na parang when I think of something, I just like research and research. Parang hindi ko siya ma-put together into one, hindi ko siya ma-mesh into one, and
Mm.
that's one of my problems talaga.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
ayun, ang dami ko ideas pero like I can't think of a definite idea on what to do with these ideas. Like ganun po.
Yeah, that's one of my observations then when it comes to, in the creative stuff and as you age and all of that. Um Syempre ngayon you got a lot of potential and all of that, pero don't be disheartened by this. But as you move forward in your career, in your journey, you'll have to shed some of that. Kasi yung mga potential mo ngayon, you kind of have to sacrifice them. So para mas ma-develop yung mas malaking vision mo. Kasi if you have all these little thoughts like, flying inside your head, like, but it's this is that, but, I have to do this, then I want to do this, and then yeah, and then this is this and that. But you'll have to. It's just what it is from my experience. You have to talagang shed it, burn it, and kumbaga parang uh, it the industry, uh, the industry itself doesn't matter which, kumbaga, like, I'm talking about the industry of the job industry, the market, it it will require you to shed some of your personality. Kasi nga, well, of course, you gotta please clients and all of that, diba?
Yes.
But yeah, don't be disheartened. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Keep the flame. Hold the flame. Yun yung pinakamahirap. Seriously, like,
Actually, mahirap po
yeah, just
talaga.
holding the flame. Like talagang nandun pa rin.
Mm-mm.
And I hope nga na you realize your grand design, like a housing project for Filipinos made of organic material. Like, kunyari, parang, are you familiar with 4D materials?
Mm,
4D printing?
yeah, I'm familiar po.
'Di ba? It's like nagmo-morph yung materials mo according to the seasons, ganun. May
Mm,
mga ganun ng technology ngayon, eh,
actually, opo.
'di
Yeah.
ba? So like maybe pag rainy season, the roof will be at the shape of a mushroom, ganun, or something like that, para mas aerodynamic siya, 'di ba? Or pag summer, it will expand and manipis siya and magiging high ceiling bigla yung bahay mo. Di ba?
That's
Di
pretty
ba?
interesting po.
Di ba? Something
Yeah.
like that. But then again, the beauty of being in a freelance position is you can go wild with your ideas. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of finding someone who will finance your ideas, no
Um,
matter how wild it is. That's what I learned from my journey din naman na yun nga, it doesn't matter how wild your idea is, but if you can communicate it properly, and if you can communicate your vision well, whoever it is, there's a ton of people who will be willing to invest. Pero, syempre, again, if when it comes to money, like how the returns will, you'll have to prove your worth na, hey, I can return your investment with, like, I don't know, 10%. Baga, like 10% of you, 110% with a 10% profit or something like that. But yeah, it's yeah, don't be disheartened. Don't be disheartened. And yeah, just keep the flame, keep walking, like, protect it at all costs, because that's where your identity will come from. Kasi yung iba nilalamon sila ng industry.
Yes.
uh
Mhm.
I have some friends na sadly, like, when I met them, na talagang, you can sense it naman, 'di ba, in a person, na talagang pag nakikita mo kung paano ka-diligent nila gawin yung isang bagay, yung dedication, the style, their own thing. Pero when they enter the industry, wala, kinakain sila. So, hold the flame. I mean, yeah, hold the flame. Yeah, speaking of which, flame productivity techniques. Kasi one of the reasons why I wanted to start this type of podcast then with creatives, kasi 'di ba, ang daming may gustong maging freelance, like, yeah, I want to quit my job and all that. Maybe
Actually,
college ka pa kasi ngayon, as hindi mo pa to ramdam.
yes.
Pero when you like reach into your 20s, mid 20s, ganon, it's like, of course, social media, and makikita mo, like, those the YouTube videos, mga ganon, and all of that. You'll be parang inspired, quote unquote, to, yeah, I want out of the rat race, but I'm done with 9 to 5. Pero once you jump ship and went freelance, you don't know yung 9 to 5 mo magiging 5 to 9.
Actually po.
Seriously.
Yun nga po eh. I saw that
the,
din po. Na parang
the,
umalis ka nga ng corporate, pero ang magiging boss mo naman is yung clients mo sa freelancing. So, wala din po.
and sarili mo. You'll have to
Yes.
develop your own routine. You'll have to develop your daily stuff, and it will take time, and you will fumble, and yeah, masakit siya. You will fail essentially. But those are where the lessons are. So from your end, sa ginagawa mo ngayon, you've been doing it for 2 years. I can only imagine na, you've developed some sort of program for yourself to be productive, to push yourself, and to wake up each morning thinking na I must do this, I must do this. What's your technique, or yeah, could you share it for the listeners?
Actually po, I have this, talaga, planner po na, parang on this day, I have to do this kasi deadline niya on this day. So, I do it like 2 or 3 days before. Tapos, naka-priority kung sino, like, this is for, syempre naka-priority yung plates ko for class. So, yun yung pinaka-unahin ko talaga. And then, magiging sub na lang talaga yung mga work ko for clients. Actually, it depends. And nagde-depend po talaga siya sa deadline, kung kailan siya kung kailan need ni client, or kung kailan need nung deadlines ko. So, ayun, I try as much as possible to follow this plan for the week. So, lang po, every Monday nagpa-plan ako ng parang gagawin ko for this day. Tapos, ayun, as much as possible, I try. Pero, hindi talaga siya maiiwasan na parang uy, singit mo to, like, you need to do this kasi parang for this class. Tapos, parang bigla akong dito na do this design for this din. So, ayun po, try siya at first. Parang commitment talaga to this schedule. Tapos, there are days din na parang nagigising na lang po din talaga ako mag-isa, like, or kahit walang alarm, kasi yung mind ko na kasi may kailangan ako gawin. So, ako kahit walang alarm. Tapos, hindi ko po alam. Pero ang po dyan is parang nung na yun, na-burnout din po ako. Pero I guess, I recovered from it naman din naman po. So,
How let's talk about burnout, kasi yan yung, again, para sa mga not familiar yet with how the freelance life goes, 'di ba? Yun nga, you go 5 to 9, there's a tendency to be burned out, kasi hindi mo alam, eh, wala namang HR na tumitingin sa iyo, eh, wala namang nag-track sa ng gano'n. Yung clients mo is ang pakialam naman nila sa iyo is your submissions,
yes.
'di ba, yung mga work mo. So you felt burnout. How did you bounce from that?
Actually po, I didn't know it was burnout until someone pointed out na burnout na yun. Kasi, like, I felt so disconnected talaga with everything. Like, ayoko gumawa, ayoko tumayo, gusto ko higa lang ako. Ganun, may ganung time po ako na parang, uh, basta yun, it's pretty dark for me kasi since
Oh.
nahirapan din. Actually, nahirapan ako but I had this one friend na parang I talked to him about everything, like parang ayun, about this is parang yun. He didn't know it at first po, like hindi niya po ako naintindihan din. So ayun, isa sa mga ko yun, like pero ayun, I feel ko kasi it just happened naturally din for me na parang I bounced back from it kasi parang napagod din ako na napagod ako na napapagod ako.
Mhm.
So, ayun, ewan ko pa. Ayun po yung nangyari sa akin. So,
Mhm.
I tried to be productive. So, ayun po. Day by day, like, I had the goal na, I had to finish this. Parang simple goal, like, parang, oh, I did this. Parang I'm happy na natapos ko to. Like, it's an accomplishment na, kahit it's really simple lang or small, parang I'm happy na I did this. So, actually, ano din po, kasi I was nagjo-journal din ako that time. Ngayon, hindi na po. Anyways,
So
kasi,
that was the savior of your mental health. I
mm
see. Go
nagjo-journal
ahead.
ako. So, ayun, like, I was able, yung ko sa journal ko is parang, kung ano accomplishments ko for that day. So, ayun, I look back sa day ko na parang natapos ko. So, I was pretty like parang day by day na dumadami yung accomplishments ko per day. So, I guess ayun po, yung sinasabi ko that recovering from the burnout naturally lang. Tapos yun, until na I was finally able to tell na I finally recovered. So yun, I was pretty proud of myself after that.
So
Yeah.
talagang pahinga. Nag cold turkey ka talaga ng work.
Yes.
Ganun.
Yes,
Talagang, mhm.
I stopped freelancing for a while noon kasi yun yung time
How
na
long?
siguro mga isang month din. Yun yung time na
Mm.
po kasi nung sa isang week na yun, tatlo-tatlo po deadlines ko. Like parang
Wa-
yeah, yung weeks na yun, sobrang lala po kasi I joined this design competition and then I had this commission pa po and then parang sa week na yun, I had 2 commissions tapos parang kasi yung ito din po kasi like if rush yung if gusto ng client mo rush, ayun, yun din po yung isa sa mga I didn't sleep for that commission, like siguro mga hindi naman nakakatulong naman pero like 3 hours maximum po, like for that whole week. That's may bigla ang dumating din po na commission. So
Mhm.
ayun po, like it was
That's unhealthy. Yeah.
sobra.
Mhm.
Hindi ko po alam why I accepted it. Sa masakista nga po. Sa ewan ko. Ah,
Well, well, yeah, maybe there's some rewards eh. Yeah, that's the danger din kasi, 'di ba, the rewards na
mm.
you might be overwhelmed na especially like right now siguro kung I mean siguro if this was in the early days of your freelancing like yeah, I'm super, I'm Captain Supergirl na parang kaya ko 'yan. Like tanggap 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 kasi why not, 'di ba? But then again, pag swamp ka na pala
Yun
and
po.
yeah, that's when bigla ka na lang malulunod ka na lang and yeah, that can make you a bit depressed and when you're depressed, usually you're not creative. So that's the issue then with like the creative freelancing like us na once ma-depress ka, wala, dull. It's a dark time, like you said. It's
Mm,
gonna be dark and walang inspiration na papasok sa'yo kasi wala kang nakikitang color eh. Pagod
yes.
ka, yung brain mo kailangan ng break and yeah, kailangan mo talagang mag-restart, mag-refresh. Kumbaga sa PC, hindi reboot ang kailangan mo eh. Kailangan mo na shutdown.
Yes po.
Kasi unplug mo pa yung PC mo. 'Di ba? It's like ganung klaseng therapy yung kailangan mo para once makabalik ka. Yeah, it's a vacation, I guess. Did you take a vacation or nasa bahay ka lang ba noon? Or
Pandemic po.
pandemic.
Sadly, I had no choice but to stay at home po. Pero ayun, I had a lot of help naman diba, from my family and friends. Like, they were talking to me na ganun-ganun. Yun, so, and kasi since na-understand naman po nila ako, especially po kasi since I have family members po na nasa creative field din. So, ayun, they were able to help me na parang, like, yun nga, to cope with it.
They give you tips, kasi
Mm-mm.
malalaman din nila if yun nga makikita ka nila na you're not yourself. Parang walang topak to today but gano'n. Yeah, it will show. It will show. And
Yeah.
in some other cases, merong nangyayari nga na merong psychosomatic reaction. Like bigla na lang meron silang skin issues na nagmamanifest into their like parang no, I don't want to be
Yeah.
depressed and all that and all.
Actually.
Yeah, it's a good thing na natutunan mo yung yun at an early age. Kasi yung mga ganyang issues like mid-20s ganun. if kasi you're young, you got the energy, diba? And you kind of overestimate yourself a bit
I did
na
po talaga no time
the
like
the feeling of invincibility, diba?
yeah.
But yeah, it's a good thing na that dark time na you were able to push through that with persistence talaga.
Mhm.
So like about now, so moving on to now, like how are things now on your freelancing, and are you like working on something big, or are you mostly doing plates for school?
Actually po, I just finished t-shirt design po for small business so yun. I was really proud of my din po kasi po siya. Medyo weeb po ako so anime related po siya. So ayun, yun din po yung sinasabi ko po ay yung client ko kanina na he wants to hire me like project based. Yun po siya actually kausap ko po siya ngayon like kasi he wants a revision for something. So, ayun po. I was, ginagawa ko din siya. So, din po, at the same time, nagbe-plates din po ako buti po ngayon, since school just started. So, wala pang ganun kabigat masyado na activities. Unlike pag kunyari, Hell Week na ng namin. So, nagsastop po talaga ako mag-freelance if Hell Week po namin. Since, mahirap po talaga, like, i-manage ng mga, ng time ko and mag-isa lang, lang po kasi since natatakot na din po ako ma-burn out like just like what I did last year po na parang tinanong lang po ako if like simple stuff po talaga like iiyak po ako mga ganung stuff po. So yun, I'm trying to avoid that naman po. So since alam ko naman na po what burnout is. Pero ayun po, ayun, my projects now are mostly like yung kasi sabi ko pong yung dalawa ko pong clients pong ayun. So yeah.
So, if you are to describe your parang current status ngayon, is it red, orange, or green?
Green.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Green is good. Diba? It's healthy. It's Mother Nature's color. It's health.
Yes.
Wow, it's good. That's good. Well, for the listeners, all right. We've talked a lot about yung mga pinagagagawa natin and all that. For the listeners na makakatisod nitong episode natin, any tips for them? Like yung sa mga yung mga maybe your own age or younger than you or even older than you na having issues with the na parang katulad mo ng position that are juggling two things and many things at once. Para is do you have any tips or advice for them para yung status din nila is not red or at
Mm.
least orange but green?
So, number one talaga is time management. Yun talaga, like, master time management as early as now talaga since it'll really help you talaga, like, accomplish a lot of things. So, ano pa po, so, ayun din po, din siguro, like, be happy with your small accomplishments, like, uh, siguro not din push yourself too much and then ayun din po don't be scared kasi or actually wait lang ang kasi nung tricky ng scare kasi sometimes being scared is good din daw kasi mapupush mo sarili mo, pero hindi ko po alam. Siguro, depende na lang po sa perspective mo. But yeah, ayun po, don't be scared to venture out new things talaga. Since ako, I was talaga at first na parang, no one will hire me. Ganun, kasi since, I had, I had no experiences, especially nung pag first time ko mag-start as freelancer. Like, I was scared that no one will, kasi syempre, hindi ko pinag-aralan ko siya in a way, pero hindi ako like yung types na mga, siguro mga, multimedia arts graduate, mga ganun. Pero, ano, siguro yan, don't be scared na lang na to try new things, kasi, syempre, you never know na talaga na some people will really appreciate what you do. So, ayun pa.
Yeah, there's a saying na favorite ko yan yung in terms of being scared. Um sinasabi yan is the thing you need the most is in the place where you don't wanna look at. So yeah, it's there's the unknown is something that you need to be scared of course. It's the unknown, but the unknown is also like mother nature. It is the birthplace, it's the material, that's where the material is, that's where discovery lies, in the unknown. And it might surprise you with good things and bad things. So yeah, you just gotta have to know how to navigate the unknown, so you don't step on snakes, and you don't drown, or you don't crash your boat into something that will make it sink. So yeah, that's a really good advice for those who are in your same position, and who also wants to uh, you know push themselves forward, and maybe kung burned out din sila ngayon, and kailangan nila ng some words of encouragement from a stranger from the internet. Diba? Sometimes that's all we need. That's all we
Actually,
need to
yeah.
hear. That's all we need to hear. Positivity na hindi toxic, but just the right kind of positivity to push yourself. Because yeah, that's the life of a freelance, baby. That's the freelance life, baby. Because that's where the rewards are. That's where the rewards are.
Actually,
That is in the unknown. So,
yes.
yeah. From the advice, well, I think yeah, that's all. That's all. Pretty much, all the things I want to ask you. Lastly, Tris, for the listeners, saan nila makikita ang works mo, and if gusto ka nilang i-hire, this is the time to promote it. Business business and hustle hustle. And yeah, go ahead.
So, ayun, I have an Instagram account. It's, artsy bonita. I can type, medyo madaming N's and Y's kasi since maraming, anyways, yun po yung,
Include ko na lang yung link sa
okay,
description.
okay.
Don't worry. Go ahead.
Ayun po, I have an Instagram, like my art account, Instagram, artsy bonnie, and then, meron din po ako Facebook account, which I'm currently trying to add up pa rin po. And ayun, may Behance account, Dalian Tristan po. So yeah, those are my po.
Mhm. Okay, so yeah, for the listeners, yeah, for pricing, well, yeah, dun ka nila pwedeng kontakin, no? I wouldn't share your phone number or whatnot, but if you have do you have a business phone number like dedicated solely to business? You can share it now.
Sige po. Or actually,
Well, if it's your personal number, don't do it, ba?
ay,
Of course. But if it's for business, like talagang, if it rings, it means business. Then, yeah. Do you have?
actually, no po. No po as of now.
Oh, yeah, we need to protect your privacy as well. We're doing this, but yeah, the internet is full of creeps pa rin.
Yes.
So, so yeah, you don't wanna get you doxxed. But yeah, well, thank you. I'll include all your links to the description,
Thank you so much
and
po.
yeah, thank you so much for doing this. And I hope, yeah, let's keep in touch. And kapag may project ka, if may malaki, I'd like to hear it. Kasi you're the first person I talked to na into architecture and also the biomimicry thing. Baka may ma-discover kang bagong material or something na, I don't know, some new method of constructing houses, like pagapangan mo ng halaman and magiging house siya. Something like that. Yeah, you are one of the torchbearers of this generation because Gen Z, millennials, yeah, that's the majority of the population of the Philippines now, and we have the capacity, the knowledge na, it's our time sa totoo lang right now to make, to switch things around more into sustainability and, the green energy
Mhm.
and all of that. Kasi global warming, wildlife conservation, all of that, lahat yan tied up. And it's up to us to communicate that and show it na para maging aware yung mga tao na, by looking at your work, they'll be aware that, hey, this is possible. This was not possible before. And this is what the future looks like. And I think it's a very beautiful thing if we manage to accomplish those. No?
Mhm.
Do you agree?
Yes, yes, of course.
Mhm. So yeah, thank you so much, Tres. This has
Thank
been
you.
very, very fruitful, and I enjoyed our talk. But I guess you'll be off to work now, so I don't want to
Yes
take
po.
much of I don't want to take too much of your time. But then again, I'd love to hear more from you. Let's keep in touch.
All right.
Thank you so much
Thank you
and good
po.
night. Sa pandemic, after this pandemic ends, maybe yeah, coffee or something. Let's keep in touch. Maraming salamat.
Thank you po.
Bye. Good night.
Good night po.